Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing? How are you doing today? I hope you're all well. I'm just doing a check-in for my Twin Flame Collective. I'm going to start this reading by looking at what actually happened between you and your person. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know me, if you're new to my channel, your first time here, I'm a no tools medium. This means that I channel most of my reading. I have spirit bringing me messages, showing me energy, impressions into what has happened, what your energies are. I'm constantly getting and receiving communication from spirit, and it is my job to translate the energy in a way that makes sense to you. So everything that I say is part of your reading. Even when it seems as though I'm telling you a personal story or giving you my personal opinion into a situation, I'm not. I have no bias into your situation. I am sharing with you what Spirit wants you to know. So we are looking at what's happening in the twin flame dynamic. What has happened, what's brought you guys to this place, and then we're going to look into what's going on at the moment, what Spirit would like to reveal to you. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you guys, for this collective, is that it's possible that you guys met through or at work. It could be that this is your superior, you are their superior in the workplace. You could also have met your divine counterpart at a time when they were really displeased with their career, looking at making changes, not feeling as though they are being recognized, respected, considered, so feeling oppressed in the workplace, feeling unhappy, feeling as though they cannot grow. Very possibly met them at a time when they were having issues with money, not feeling very satisfied in the workplace. I'm seeing here that this DM, you know, your person, when you met them, they were very, very eager about making changes, about moving, making movement, making changes, moving from their current job to a new job, moving in general. The idea of traveling could have been something that they spoke about with a lot of excitement and passion. They could have been making plans to travel. But I'm seeing that there was definitely somebody else that was in the picture as well. Somebody that was trying to seduce your person. Somebody that they might have had a sexual history with. This person still being in the picture. The two of them not really looking at one another or to one another in terms of anything serious or moving into the future together. But I see that this person is still very much in your person's energy and life, and this could have been what caused the issues. In the meantime, whether you know about this or not, I don't know if you guys are in contact, you know your story. We'll see, obviously, as we go further down the line in this reading. Things have turned around for them. They have felt that certain things have really worked in their favor. But I still feel as though they're not feeling, they still don't feel more free. And they're coming to realize that their sense of freedom, their sense of independence, what it is that they've been searching for in all of the actions that they've been trying to implement, is actually something that is a little bit deeper. For you, I'm seeing that there is someone in your circle. It could be friends that you share, but there's somebody that was trying to get your attention here. Somebody that was trying to get your attention, somebody that was very, very attracted to you. It could be a friend of both of you. This is what Spirit is showing me. It's someone that knows both of you. It could be your person's friend that actually secretly has their eye on you, is attracted to you, has feelings for you. Secretly, they don't disclose this to anybody, and they've been whispering in your friend's ear. It's as though this person sabotaged you guys, told you what was going on with this other person, this third party, and this third party's interest towards your person, letting you know that they are still in contact, causing discord between the two of you. This person had ulterior motives. I don't see you actually even being fully aware that this was the case. You've been doing a lot of your work, a lot of inner child work and healing. And you've been, I see you working with people. I see you working possibly in events, possibly with bringing people together. This will make sense to you, but there's a lot of well-being around your work, bringing people together for well-being, and that's where your focus has been. Okay, so that's the background story here. That's the basis. So you'll know if this is your story. There's somebody or people, but there's someone very specific that knows both of you, shows up as being very, very sexually attracted to you, having their eye on you, not really having the best intentions for you, though, not possibly because they don't see you actually being interested in them, or they don't see themselves actually having a chance with you, but really, really having this jealousy and this envy enough that they sabotage this connection. They came to tell you what your person was doing, that they were still talking to this other person, and they were telling your person stories too. Somebody, a friend, either your person's friend or your friend, or both your friend, somebody you both know, somebody you both talk to, has been whispering, bending the truth, exaggerating certain things, whispering into your ears to create discord between the two of you. And that's very possibly what has contributed to your fallout and your actual breakup. Okay, yeah, there it is. There's the Tower. This was unexpected for you guys. This was very unexpected for you. Things were going well between you. You guys didn't expect for things to go so badly. But it's because there was venom being, poison being put in your ear, poison being put in your person's ear. That's why this Tower happened. This was a beautiful, fresh opportunity for both of you to have everything you want in relationship. But there was a big something big happened here, and it was a big fallout, and your relationship came tumbling down, but so did your hopes and your expectations and your faith in one another. It really affected this relationship and everything around you and everything around your person. It had a huge impact on the both of you. I'm seeing that your person has really been taking a lot of time thinking about this new opportunity and how things went. They've started, they've kept asking questions because it didn't make sense, didn't make sense, didn't make sense. Tried to answer their own questions because now suddenly the person that was constantly whispering in their ear had nothing more to say because they got what they want. Feeling very alone in figuring out what is going on here, but I do see that your person's closed cycle. Some things have come to an end in your person's life. And hopefully, you know, with people who are toxic. It's nothing worse than a fake friend, eh? Nothing worse than a fake friend. And yet it's so common. For a while, your person's just paused. They stopped working on trying to figure things out. They stopped working on trying towards love. They just have taken a pause. They're not able to focus the way that they want to with their career and in the various areas that really hold importance for them. They've just not been able to focus. They are using work as a distraction more than anything else. This person is definitely walking, as I said, a cycle is closed. They are walking away from something that is not, that's really been very burdensome for them. There is somebody, and there's somebody in your person's life that, and it's very possibly this other person that was still in their energy, lots of passion, sexual chemistry, but really nothing outside of that. And this is because it's not, even though this person was still in their energy, and it's very possible with you guys having this major fallout that their focus was once again with this person, sort of wanting to go back to what they know, really liking the chemistry between themselves and this person that they've always known. But what's happened in the meantime is that they've come to realize they don't enjoy it as much anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not fun to just, something's missing, you know, that soul connection, that emotional bond, that's missing. And this person's grown. This person's grown up. They've realized that a relationship's not the same if it doesn't have all of those components. You know, it's just empty. It's just physical, you know, and that's not even fun when there's no real emotional connection, emotional availability, and all of that. And so your person's really released this relationship because it's emotionally unfulfilling, and they are now realizing how emotionally starved they've been. I think before meeting you, it was easy, it was fun, you know, when you don't know any better. Shallow can be okay. And when you find yourself diving deeper, you realize this is what I've been searching for. Now you can't go back. It's not the same. They, I think, built up an idea, and this very possibly started happening before they met you, because I sense this is somebody that they knew before you. They built up this idea, this illusion about who this person is, this fantasy of this life that they could have with this person, and how much fun it would be and how fulfilling it would be. And that's been shattered because they realized that they were trying to fit this person into a mold, into a deeper knowing, not even a mold. Your person came here into this life experience, as we all do. We all came here being pure positive energy. We were that soul connected to source, part of source. Then we came into the physical, and this physical body and this life experience is just an extension of the bigger part of who we really are. That's why when we come here, we come here knowing that we want to experience and live our life experience out in a certain way. You come here knowing what it is that you want, because you are this ancient being. And over the years, your person, since they were young, they've known that on a soul level and in their heart, they want to live their life out with a partner, somebody that's going to feel a specific way, somebody that they're going to feel a certain way about when they're around them, and so forth. And what ends up happening for many people is you're searching for that person. You know you're searching for something. You can't say what it is because you can't actually rationalize it. Your mind doesn't have it's just not capable of putting together all of the components of what your soul knows. And you find yourself searching for people that trigger the memory of what it is you know you are looking for. This is what very commonly happens with people who are with twin flames. You know when you've come here to meet your twin flame. And you find yourself searching and searching for that particular person. And you know very early on, this is not the person. But we find ourselves still pushing. We find ourselves holding on to that one thing that triggers the memory, that one thing that feels familiar, that one thing that feels amazing. And we hold on to that as if it's everything. And your person knew what they were searching for intuitively, and when they met this person, it resembled to some extent what it was that they were searching for, because it felt like it was something they were missing. But we can sometimes get that wrong, because often in your karmic relationships, it is something you're missing that you find attractive in that person. It's not in karmic relationships and karmic cycles, and that's why they're so difficult to get out of. It's not the person, it's a part of you that they reflect, that they highlight, that they mirror, that you keep chasing in them. But twin flame is very, very different. You feel whole. You don't feel like this person is going to complete you. You don't feel like you need them to complete you. You recognize them. And you don't feel empty at all around them. You feel like the fullest version of yourself that you could ever have been. So with your person meeting you, certain things began to click into place. And even though with this tower coming in and with this new truth and them still needing to figure out what is the truth, I see that they found themselves gravitating back to what they know or what they thought they know, realizing now that they cannot unknow what they've now come to know is the truth. They know that this person that they have had this physical connection with for the longest time, that they felt made them feel as though they were alive, because there were parts of themselves that were not yet awakened. They saw this person very differently now that those parts of themselves were ignited and had woken up. And they came to realize that this person is not their wish fulfillment. This person is not actually what they've always wanted. They thought it was. Your person is releasing themselves from self-imposed bondage. Your person has considered themselves as they've looked at themselves in a particular light because of their toxic behavioral patterns, addictions. But they've come to learn new truths about this. That they were not actually as bound as they thought. And your person is finding a sense of being very, very empowered. They're looking at what they've considered to be their bondage, what considered to be their baggage, their mess. They're looking at it from a different perspective, a much more empowering perspective. Your person, this person of yours really thought that this third party was their ideal partner, their ideal match. As I said previously, it's possible that they work together. Your person felt as though they're feeling rejected, they're feeling left out in the cold, them feeling lonely, them feeling sad and burdened was because they needed to make things work with this other person. But they've come to realize that that's not why they were feeling that way. Your person has been in denial. Your person has been in denial because they thought that they were sad and they were struggling because they were trying to make things work with this other person. After things didn't work out with the two of you, they were escaping into this toxic situation. It was an escapism from the truth of what they actually lost in you. They've been wanting to speak to you, but they've really been avoiding it. This person knows now. They know what this was. They've always known what this was, but they have a tendency of self-sabotaging and of confusing themselves. They have very contradictory inner voices, you know. They're constantly at war with themselves. This person really was mourning the loss of this new beginning with you and this partnership with you. They could see themselves marrying you, sharing their life with you at one point, and then this breakup happened, and they went running towards this third party because this person was there, and they went running back into their old fantasies and old dreams. They escaped into it basically, and it didn't work out well for them. They couldn't. They're realizing they can't run from this. They're realizing they can't run from this. They know that you are. They know who you are. They know that you are the Empress. And your person felt as though they were better matched, that they felt as though they were not adequate for you. You intimidate this person. You really did intimidate them, and they felt as though they were better matched to this other person instead of trying to keep. To them at the time, it felt as though them wanting to be with you was a fantasy that could never be fulfilled. That was unrealistic for them in their minds. Being with this other person was more realistic. It was a more achievable goal. But they've learned some valuable truths. This person still watches you. Your person watches you. They watch you. They watch your social media. They can't stop looking at you. They can't stop wondering how you're doing. They can't stop, even though they've tried. And this person really, really would like to come towards you, but they don't feel that things are right yet. They know that they showed up as very sneaky in the past, and that they need to be very, very certain about how they're coming towards you. You know, things are still not the way they'd like for it to be when they come towards you. There are certain things that they still need to cut out that they haven't cut out yet. And the reason why they haven't done it yet is because they're still in their ego too much. They still feel that they have more healing to do. And there are still things from the past that they are not sure. They feel that they need to cut certain things out in order to come towards you, in order for you to be okay with them. They're looking at two very distinct paths, and what Spirit is saying to me is there is an in-between that would make perfect sense, and that would be good for the both of you if you guys just allowed yourself to see that there is a gray area. You know, the two of you mirror a very stubborn energy, where you have this clear vision of how things are supposed to be, and they have this very clear vision of how they believe things are supposed to be. And there is a middle ground. But your person feels as though they're trapped, and they're not. They've gained new perspective, and it looks as though they're coming out of that energy of being of holding back. They've gained new perspective. They're ready to start moving. This person is really feeling the urge to start moving, starting to make moves and come towards you. But they are afraid that they've not yet done, you know, the healing and set things straight the way that it's supposed to. They don't want to have any issues or anything coming back to bite them, or they're afraid that something is going to cause an issue and you guys just have a repeat of what you've had. I do see them coming out of their headspace, which is good. And I do see them closing cycles. I do see them closing cycles. But this person's decided that they are not going to break the silence between you until they have. They want to come in with clear communication. They don't want to look. Spirit says the biggest issue for this person, that's what I'm saying, they're still very much in their ego, is how this whole thing made you look at them. It obviously matters a lot to them how you see them, and they felt like a fool, like an idiot, like a terrible person. And so, and that is the thing that they're not okay with. So it's as if they want to be able to come forward and show and prove in every possible way how you saw them and who you think they are based on what has happened is not who they actually are. Also, I'm seeing that this person was very, very possibly, I see that this person was very communicative. Your person was communicative with you. You guys had a good communication, but they withheld something from you. They withheld something from you. What is it, Spirit, that they withheld? Okay. Let's see here. What is it that this person withheld from my collective? This collective watching this video. Take that one. What is it that this person withheld? This person withheld that they'd actually let go of everything that it seemed they were holding on to. In their minds, they'd surrendered it and released it there, and they believed that it was only a matter of time that it would actually fall out of their lives in the physical, that their actions would catch up. This person was already coming towards you in their mind. This person didn't tell you that. This person withheld their decision that you are their destination. They withheld that from you. They've been withholding from you the fact that they have actually, that they know, they've known all along that they were not upset and sad about this other person. Spirit is saying to me that, oh my goodness, it just goes to show, hey, how your energy attracts certain energy. So there was a friend that wasn't being upfront, that actually had ulterior motives to split the two of you up. This friend didn't think that your person deserved you. It was a matter of, if I can't have this person, then this person, then this divine masculine definitely can't have this person, because they don't deserve this person. They've kept this secret all this time. Now you guys, the tower happened, you guys had a fallout, you separated, that person got what they want. Were they happy? Are they happy? Because at the end of the day, nobody got to be happy. But they kept that secret. They've never told anyone. Your person in this tower, how do they choose to respond to this fallout? This shock, this big emotional explosion. How do they choose to respond to it? Your person does the very same thing that their friend did. They use this third party as a out, as a so they pretend that the reason why they are upset is because things are terrible and toxic and not working out with the third party. The reason why they are in a state, the reason why they are in tears, the reason why they are falling apart is because things are not working out with this third party who they really, really want to be with, when all along they knew. They're struggling to hold it together because you are not in their lives anymore. They knew all along. They knew that this other person was not the person that they really wanted to be with. But they didn't want you to have the upper hand, because then it meant that you were right and they were wrong. They didn't want you or anybody to have the upper hand. They would rather make everybody believe that they are struggling and that they suddenly hit this dip in their lives and that they were struggling emotionally, psychologically, in a state. This person would find themselves suddenly just being in a state, not being able to cope. And it was about you. And they would make it about something else. They were denying with everything in their being how you not being in their lives was tearing them apart. They didn't want to accept that. They were too afraid to acknowledge that. Pride and ego. Pride and ego. Well, Spirit says they could lie about this to everybody, but they couldn't get away from the truth. They had to face the truth within themselves every day. Oh, my cards. Why can't I get this one? Sorry, guys, my cards are jumping. They've had to face the truth inside of themselves every day. Oh, you came to show them. You came to show them a strength. You came to show them a courage. You came to show them something that really made them uncomfortable. You showed them that doing things right, honoring yourself, standing in your strength and your power is the only way, is rewarding. It was as if this person, it's as if your person, the bullshit that they've been telling themselves, the excuses that they've been making for their values and their beliefs and why they do things the way they do, you blew that out of the water. You didn't even have to say anything. You took action. It was clear. It was decisive. It showed such strength and character and courage. Everybody could see that it was hurting you, but you were still doing what was right. And suddenly they had no more leg to stand on with all of their bullshit excuses for why they've been doing their toxic crap for such a long time. And they thought that they're not going to give you the upper hand because they wanted to prove that they were right. The way they said, what they believe, how they want to do things, the way they are adamant to do things, they wanted to prove that that was right. They didn't want to let go of a false sense of security. And they had all their reasons and their excuses, and suddenly none of those, they couldn't even utter it anymore because It was so obviously ridiculous now. You just came to make everything seem ridiculous. It was irritating. It was annoying. Wow. And this person that wanted to have everything on their own terms was stubborn about how they want to have things done. They had to face judgment. They had to face their karma. They know who you are. They know who you are. This person's been forced to do their shadow work. They know exactly who you are. They don't want to be single anymore. They know that you are their divine counterpart. They're guarded though. They don't like the power that you have over them. They don't want to get their heart broken again if you don't approve of them. Your approval means so much to this person. So they're really trying to build themselves up emotionally. But this person, in their secrecy, in their quiet, has been working towards coming towards you, making you a solid offer when they are ready, when they don't look like a fool anymore and they don't get to stumble over their words and they say, this is how it is, this is what I've done, you are the one, this is what we're going to do. They want to feel like, you know, they don't want to feel, they felt very, very inferior to you for some reason. And I don't think it's your fault. I think it's just their self-esteem. This person's been manifesting you. This person's been speaking to spirit about you. This person's been trying to get their money right so that they can come in and make you that offer. You know? So, this is the story. This is what's been happening with your person, and this is how their egos really brought them to face their karma. Justice has been, justice has come into their lives. They can't, there's no more denial for them. They have to be honest with themselves. But this person's being very secretive about this still until they feel that they're not going to look like a fool if they come out and express and let everybody know that actually this is my person, and it's always been about my person. And this is my bullshit, and I'm ready to face it, you know? Beloved, ego. If you want to help your person in this process, allow yourself to continue to do healing the ego, allowing for opening of the heart chakra. Allowing for opening of the heart chakra all the time. It's difficult. It's difficult when we don't have much of self-esteem and we don't have a sense of love for self, and all we have is our ego and these false premise of who we are. We hold on to them with such vigor. We'd rather die than to not have them, because then we don't have a sense of identity, and who and what are we then? Your person, that's been your person's issue. So love and light to you guys. Do the heart chakra work, send the love and compassion, keep doing your work, keep loving you. If you want to do a personal reading, my contact is in the description, my email is in the description box below, and I would be honored to guide you through your process. Do what is best for you, love yourself, send love and pure unconditional love out to your person. Love and light to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.